Hello out to all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Pitch for Switch discussion. And this one's probably going to surprise a few people. Others are probably going to be like, well, I'm not really surprised that he would go ahead and take that stance on this. But I do think that Valhalla Studios' Devil's Third deserves another chance. And mostly because of the fact that Valhalla had a very good looking, interesting looking game in development when they were making Devil's Third, when it originally started on development for the PS3 and it was moved over to the Wii U because Nintendo saved the project and didn't let it just go under. And then they got fan feedback, and instead of working within the original engine that they had so many things well set, they decided to switch over to Unreal, and that caused a lot of complications. It caused the game to be delayed more than it should have been delayed, and on top of that, it created some bugs and technical issues that they had to try to overcome, and that was a big problem for it. It's just that it had a lot of technical issues, but from what I know from people that I've known that have played the game, it actually plays very well. It's actually fun, it's interesting, and it's something that you can get into. It's like playing one of the older bad commentary B-rated 80s movies, that 80s action movies, like where the lines were so cheesy and ridiculous, but the action was exciting and it drew you in. So that's what this game is in a nutshell, and that's basically what it was supposed to be, if I remember correctly from things that G.I.G has said about it. But it's just like the game didn't really get to do what it could have done when it was on the Wii, when it was first put out on the Wii U, and that's mostly because they fed into people's complaints, and instead of staying the course with what they had already developed, they rebuilt and repurposed everything in a whole new engine, and it didn't translate well with the amount of time that they had left to try to get the project out. Now, they have time now where they could work on it for the Switch and fix all of those issues that really stood out with the game and put it out to a newer audience that didn't get to play the original at all. And the funny thing is, when I look it up on Google, when I look at it on Google, like eBay, it's like a 4.6 out of 5 rated, but IGN rated 3.5 out of 10. It's got like a 43% thing on Metacritic, but on Google itself, it's 70%. So this game is definitely a mixed bag. So if they took the time to fix the issues that this game had and remake it, essentially, because they'd have to go through the process of figuring out what went wrong with it and fix those issues, and on top of that, actually add in some differing control styles, control schemes, because honestly, it was a mistake to fully eliminate the idea of motion controls on the Wii U for this game, especially when you consider how gyro aiming is great for helping people line up their shots. It makes it more fluid. The action moves a lot faster rather than just twin sticks. There's a lot more you can do with that situation, and I think that they would benefit from it. And on top of that, being able to utilize the HD Rumble, they could give each different item, each different weapon, a different feel in the controller when you're playing the game. So there's a lot of ways to improve it. There's a lot of ways to add more quality to this, and on top of that, they can sharpen up some of the visuals and do a few other things that they really wanted to do, but they didn't get the chance to by the time they had to release this game. That's as simple as it is for me as far as how things would work. From my perspective, I think that would be their best option, rather than letting it just completely die. And on top of that, we haven't really heard anything from Valhalla, and the last thing on their website was from 3 years ago. So there's room for them to get this done. I don't know if it's something that they were already planning or something that they were already working on, but I think that giving it a second chance would be a smart move. It wouldn't require as many resources. They could get things fixed up, and they could bring this game out, and it could be a whole new, fresh, and better experience for a lot of people. But I'm going to drop it here. Thank you guys very much for listening in. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me, and until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out.